welcome back to another episode of the Bench Podcast. And man, hey, NFL the free agency is ramping up. I think it's day 2, day 3 of NFL free agency. A lot of moves to be have been made. A lot of trades going down. A lot of signings have been made. So I'm here to talk about it. And y'all see, I got my Ravens gear on today, cause that's what we talking about in this video for all my Ravens fans, Ravens flock across the world. Man, make sure y'all comment, subscribe, hit that like button. But let's go and get into it. So we just acquired DeAndre Hopkins. We just signed him to a 1-year deal. And how I think DeAndre Hopkins, impact the Ravens offense in a good way. And I know a lot of people they're going to say, DeAndre Hopkins not the same. He's washed, he's old, this, that, and the third. But the thing is with DeAndre Hopkins, I'm not expecting him to come in and be Houston Texans DeAndre Hopkins. For him to be a good addition to the wide receiver depth that we already got, to be a good complementary piece to, Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, to bring in that veteran presence that he can bring to the locker room, and especially to the young wide receiver core over there in Baltimore. And I just think what he brings to this already explosive offense in the Baltimore Ravens, you already got weapons like, the run game with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. And like I said, with Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, still got Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. He's ascending to his own and could potentially be a tight end one in the NFL league. I think what he brings to the Ravens, I think he brings good veteran presence. Also, he brings somebody who can go and win the 50-50 balls. I think that's what the Ravens desperately needed these last few years since Lamar Jackson been with the Baltimore Ravens. He haven't had that, quote unquote big target. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins, he like 6'1", 6'2", maybe close to the 6'3" range. He still got great hands, still can go up and win those contested catches. And I think that's what he can bring to the table. Obviously last year, he got traded mid-season, coming into the season playing for the Kansas City Chiefs, which I know he had Patrick Mahomes and all those things like that. But it's hard to come in to a team like the Kansas City Chiefs or any team in the NFL in the middle of the season and try to learn the whole playbook, all on the fly like that. I think, adding him right now at the time that we added, we still got 4 or 5 months till NFL season kickoff. He get a whole preseason. He get a whole training camp with the Baltimore Ravens. He get to go through a whole 17, 18 game stretch with the Baltimore Ravens where he can be able to learn the offense a little bit more, get his feet wet, get comfortable as games go on and things like that. But I think this is a very good trade. DeAndre Hopkins, even though he's not in his prime per se, I still think he's a very good receiver. And last year he had 59 receptions, 610 yards and 5 TDs on the season. And this with being traded mid-season and things like that. When he was with the Tennessee Titans, he had Levis throwing him the football, and he was still making big-time catches, still winning 50-50 contested catches. Like I said, DeAndre Hopkins, he got one of the best hands still in today's NFL league. He's a pure hands catcher. He can still win in one-on-one situations. And that's what I think, that can come in and help. He can come in and bring that extra, what's that word I'm trying to look for? He can bring that extra oomph into the offense. Obviously he can still go deep. He can be a 3-level asset. He can win in short yardage situation. He can win in the mid and intermediate routes. He can win in deep ball situations. As I stated, like I said, DeAndre Hopkins, he can pretty much, I don't say he can go for 1,000 yards. I think he can be around there. That's 600, 700, 500 yards. But I think those 500, 600, 700 yards will be impactful for the simple fact that Lamar Jackson, he needs somebody who he can just throw the ball to and have somebody where he can trust, win in those one-on-one type situations. Because obviously he's not going to be a wide receiver 1. He's not going to be a wide receiver 2. And then being an upgrade from Nelson Aguilar, no disrespect to him, but he definitely an upgrade from Nelson Aguilar from being a wide receiver 3. He still got a pretty decent route running, excellent hands. So I think that pickup from the Baltimore Ravens was, much needed. Also we just signed Patrick Ricard again to another 1-year deal. The fullback, he been with us since Lamar been there his whole tenure. So it was only right for him to re-sign him. But like I said, DeAndre Hopkins, he bring a different dynamic from what the Baltimore Ravens was missing, and I think that's what we needed. You know, somebody who can go up and win contested catches, somebody who can be a big body, somebody who can win 50-50 balls, somebody who can win in the one-on-one situation, especially when, you know, obviously you're not going to be able to have your primary cornerback or, you know, your best defensive player, your best defensive back on DeAndre Hopkins. I think he can win those type of matchups. He can definitely win in those. I think you would definitely see his value in those, you know, those third and short type of situations where he can be able to get open, hit you with a nice little route, and be able to, you know, catch those contested catches and things of that nature and things like that. He's an upgrade. Bottom line, he's an upgrade from Nelson Aguilar. You know, Nelson Aguilar, he's been with the Baltimore Ravens, I want to say, the last 2-3 years. He had a good stretch and all those things. I don't want to disrespect him, nothing like that. But I just said, when you can get an upgrade like somebody like DeAndre Hopkins, you know, you got to do that. And to say he's not an upgrade, you got to be fooling yourself. You know, DeAndre Hopkins, I still think he got a lot of love in the tank, especially after, you know, what he put on display in the Super Bowl. I think he got a lot to prove with a chip on his shoulder. You know, be able to get the whole offseason off, be able to rejuvenate himself, get himself healthy, completely healthy, have a full training camp under his belt, get a full preseason with the team, you know, get to some familiarity over there. You know, he obviously already played with Derrick Henry with Tennessee Titans, so there's chemistry there. And it was just a picture surfacing, you know, in I think 2020, and he was like, it was him, Lamar, and Derrick Henry, and he was like, how many touchdowns with this, you know, trio get right here? So obviously, you know, I guess it manifested itself and it came true. So this was a good move by the Baltimore Ravens. Anybody that think different, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. What do y'all think DeAndre Hopkins is washed? Do y'all think he got any more left in the tank? But for somebody who can be able to win in one-on-one situation, somebody who can win in a jump ball situation, be able to come down with those type of catches, somebody that you can be able to throw the ball down the field, somebody who can play outside the numbers, who's great outside the numbers. Let me put it at that. You know, that's essential for the type of Baltimore Ravens offense that was already explosive as it was. You know, one of the best offenses in the NFL. I think they was number 2 in yards. I think they were number 1 in total yards in the offense last year. You know, number 1 red zone team. So once they get in the red zone and having a type of a big body threat like that, a big target, somebody that you know who can come down with the catch, they just add more weapons to what the Ravens already got. And that's what I really got to say on that. You know, it really wasn't too much. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the comment section below, and let me know what y'all think about this signing but from the Baltimore Ravens.